Well, the heat, fires, and the coronavirus, a triple threat tonight.
Southern California is battling several dangers that combined are only making each other worse. KCAL 9's Hermela Aragawi spoke with experts about all of those challenges.
For me, it's too hot. It's really too much.
A third day in a row of excessive heat warnings for much of Southern California as the region also battles wildfires and, of course, still the COVID-19 pandemic. We spoke with doctors across the Southland about the unique challenges this combination is creating.
Well, it's double trouble. A heat wave and some of the fire, and then you have COVID is really double trouble.
Dr. Victor Waters is Chief Medical Officer at St. Bernardine Medical Center.
And it can go very rapidly. You can go from being very hot to a stroke where it can be life-threatening. The very old and very young are particularly high risk for having complications from like heat stroke, as I mentioned. It can be anywhere from a rash to a full-blown low blood pressure, confusion.
There's also the issue of air pollution that's complicating matters for those vulnerable to both the heat and COVID-19. Air quality officials say the region may see ozone pollutions at the highest levels in a decade. Dr. Michael Hockman is director of USC's Gurr Family Center.
You know, the heat is tough because it's a combination of the pollution, the fires have been causing a lot of problems, and people with chronic lung disease that can be really irritating to the lungs. So it can be a perfect storm of the heat and the poor air quality that can cause people a lot of trouble in these times.
Meanwhile, as people try to stay cool, the state's power grid manager issued another statewide alert tonight, urging residents to conserve electricity through Wednesday, especially between 3 and 10 p.m. when temperatures remain high and solar energy production is falling as the sun sets. They also warned of rolling outages. Doctors say staying cool and hydrated and aware of early signs of heat exhaustion will be critical.
I'm feeling confused, unusual headache, chest pain, shortness of breath, severely dehydrated that can't be resolved with drinking more fluids.
Doctors say the takeaway is this: don't forget about COVID guidelines as you're trying to stay cool, and don't forget about the dangers of the heat as you're trying to keep yourself safe from the virus. Hermela Aragawi, KCAL 9 News.